Is the world economy under great trouble? Do you think you still have time? Welcome to CryptoSafe. Be with us till the end of the video to understand the present political developments with regards to the Great Reset. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment below your views on this topic. On that note, let's get started. The Great Reset date of 2030. When the founder and executive chairman of the World Economic Forum conceptualized an economic crisis, the Great Reset was born. However, in today's video, we are going to unfold certain critical aspects of the Great Reset alongside the Davos agenda to answer whether you will own nothing.
Reset the simulator.
Amidst COVID-19, the World Economic Forum decided to go online after it had postponed its in-person meeting. Traditionally held in the highest town in Europe, Davos, the agenda coined its name. This meeting is essential, as it witnessed the highest official taking part from all spectrum talking about the global challenges at hand. The talks revolved around the issues relating to poverty, social challenges, climate change, and global economic recovery. Well, it's important to note that, compared to all preceding years, there is tremendously more money in the market than ever expected. One of the 8 predictions for the 2030 agenda is the very title of today's video: You will own nothing and be happy. The mastermind, Mr. Klaus Schwab, predicted the world of 2030 in 2016. He explicitly mentions that the global world will feel pain and the challenges of an accelerated change at a massive scale in every aspect of life. Interestingly, Schwab makes a note of not only the economic factors, but the social, emotional, and psychological factors as well. Schwab tried to explain that humans have always wanted something since the very start of life. Be it a cave, a land, a flock of animals, tools, or furniture, the desire to want something is irresistible. However, the same gives us humans a feeling of security and stability amidst the volatile and unclear life. In terms of financial gain,
It's up to you, ass sniffer.
it would be unfair to say that humans did everything for growth. Growth was an aspect, but the greater aim was always to create something more financially. When gold was the premium standard, even though the time frame was short, yet effective for a lot of global leaders. With the end of the gold standard, the start of a global money printing business from 1971 took place that not only strengthened the dollar's value as the new global reserve, yet resulted in the victims getting stuck in the endless cycle of debt. There is, to date, no limitation to the amount of money one can print that directly results in inflation. On that note, as per today's records, dollars have started to lose their value as a global reserve. Now, the question in front of the global leaders is that, if not dollars, which model will become the new global reserve? This also brings us to the next set of arguments. The current economic state is nothing less than slavery, but, in economic terms, a version adverse from the post-Renaissance scenes that came with the colonization of underdeveloped countries and nations. In short, the present situation pushes you to buy more with debt. The 2030 agenda points towards the end of ownership, mean buying more with debt. The entire objective behind this stop is to protect borrowers from giving rise to giant corporations that exist today or are likely to become an integral part of our lives soon. The reason being the very nature of the business. Too much concentration of power in such hands, and this new system could possibly become a new control and manipulation strategy to create a new wave of unconscious slaves. Isn't this the exact same that has happened with the crypto industry? Although we see a lot of new regulations with regards to cryptocurrencies, such regulations are molded to act in favor of the big whales and now the governments. The US government has been waiting to implement such regulations to gain power over the momentous crypto. However, the very objective of the development of cryptocurrency has taken a back seat, an honest peer-to-peer payment tool to free all stakeholders from the endless loop of the unhealthy fiat system. However, due to the rapid change in the political and diplomatic directions on the global scale, it appears that the 2030 agenda is likely to unfold at a much faster pace than expected. What does that mean for all cryptocurrency stakeholders? And are you prepared for the same? If you are in any manner involved with Russia, be aware you are under supervision and are an active suspect, meaning all your assets will be frozen. Roman Abramovich, the owner of Chelsea, has been sanctioned by the United Kingdom government over Russia's invasion of its neighboring state, Ukraine, which has plunged the club into a long-term future doubt. As described by the UK government, under pro-Kremlin oligarch, all assets of Abramovich which had been hit were an asset freeze and a travel ban. Nadine Dorries, the cultural secretary, informed that Chelsea will be issued with a special license in order to allow them to take part in the Premier League club to fulfill its fixtures and for staff to be paid and existing ticket holders to attend matches. This is a serious deal. Russia has been cut off from the global platform. The slightest link with Russia could lead you to big misery. Last week, Abramovich announced that he had put Chelsea up for sale, but the asset freeze and sanctions imposed on him, as well as the special license granted to the club, have put a stop to that. The sale of the club can now only go forward if Abramovich can show the UK authorities that he will not benefit financially from the deal. Chelsea has been subjected to a transfer ban and will be blocked from any further negotiations with new contracts with the current players.
Football? What's a football?
Topping to this, the Russia-Israeli billionaire has been levied with additional sanctions. Sad but true, Abramovich has owned the reigning world and has been the European champion since 2003. But, to a shocking turn, a government document was published which claimed Abramovich has had a close relationship with the Russian President Putin for decades. It said, this association has included obtaining a financial benefit or other material benefit from Putin and the government of Russia. Abramovich has always adamantly rejected any ties to the Kremlin or any actions that could lead to his punishment. Oleg Deripaska, Igor Sechin, Andrei Kostin, Alexei Miller, Nikolai Tokarev, and Dmitry Lebedev have also been sanctioned by the UK government. Let's put this up for discussion. Do you think it is fair for such sanctions, restrictions relating to a travel ban or any other trade ban, only because one has a connection with an enemy nation? Isn't this a violation of an individual's basic fundamental right? Certainly, the topic is debatable because, on one side, we have state security, and on the other, we have citizens' rights being violated. The clear picture here is that the government wants this war and not the people of the world. So, is it fair for any individual to get repercussions of war? The global stock, crypto, and NFT market is at its lowest and is likely to stay that way until the war resolves, which means the economy is going to get even lower after the pandemic.
We're gonna die!
We will see wicks going up and get filled, but the trend coming month is downwards. If you have not taken a position in your investments already, you might have a chance coming days to review your position and reposition. Current trend we noticed, it's the big players who are getting sanctions, but you may never know when the target gets shifted to common people. Facebook decided to ban Russia. Not long after, the country's communications agency, Roskomnadzor, announced an Instagram ban as well. While the government previously blamed the ban on Facebook on discrimination against Russian media, this time it claims it's due to a decision by parent company Meta instructing moderators to allow posts calling for violence against Russian soldiers if they come from specific countries, including Ukraine. On 12th March, Adam Mosseri, head of Instagram, tweeted, "Instagram will be blocked in Russia. This decision will cut 80 million in Russia off from one another and from the rest of the world, as 80% of people in Russia follow an Instagram account outside their country. This is wrong." With this ban, several people are losing their income. Do you think that's fair? Remember, the longer the war gets delayed, the more fire is going to rage up. At this point, trust no one but yourself. It's imperative to take a special note of your privacy with respect to all your financial assets. And that's again your human financial right no one should take away. As citizens, we can't let go of our very purpose of life by getting deprived of our choices. Thank you for watching. Do share your thoughts about would you be happy by owning nothing?